Alright guys, welcome back to another episode. I am finally back and I got a new build. It's a Mercedes. Honestly, I'm not a Mercedes fan, to be very brutally honest. I just picked this up from my friend and last year I painted one just like this one. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen that car. It was white, it was beautiful, and I kind of loved it. Just the fact that it looked clean, and I kind of wanted to have a daily clean Brabus build Mercedes. And so he had this one. I just kind of took it from him because he has too many projects just like me and no time to work on them. But I finally found some time to work on it. So I introduce you Robbie. No, that's a terrible name. I'm gonna think about a new name because I already have a Frankenstein. I have a fat whatever this is. I don't even know the name on that. Yeah. So the real reason why I got this car was I wanted it to be built, and it just sat there until I came in and I'm like, dude, give it up, give this thing up. And I know you're watching and I'm sorry, but watch me build it because you can't build it yet. Anyway, the real reason why I got this car is because I got this Honda. I absolutely hate it. I had it for a few years. I'm just tired of it. I also abused the crap out of it and loaded things that I should not have to be loaded into it and maxed it out, and it has this vibration. I can't figure out what's wrong with it. And that's why I got this Mercedes. Alright, so this is a 2002, I think. I don't even know. S500. I already started working on it. The other day I came in and I started to film, and then I realized my memory card was maxed out. So I continue working on it because I need to get this thing done within the next month of the first stage. So the first stage of this build is a simple paint job and a little bit of body work, nothing too crazy. There's a dents here and there, and the only biggest issue with this is I'm swapping out all the bumpers for a Brabus body kit, and these bumpers are destroyed, and they're not actually destroyed. They have a few cracks, which they are fiberglass, so not a big issue to fix, but that's pretty much it. So I got the new bumper on, took the old one off, and start working on it, and got this whole thing on the lift to make my job much easier when you sand this whole thing down. The plan is to give it a brand new paint job. I definitely hate this color. It just does not look like a car. It looks like a piece of junk. But figure this would be a really good daily because the car I have is a piece of crap and I want to replace it and drive something more luxurious and have the feel like I'm driving on a couch. This is a S500. It has a V8 300 some horsepower stock engine, 80,000 miles roughly, and it was hit in the back, and that got fixed. Nothing too crazy. This is all original panels, and so it just got a little dent, whatnot. So replace the hatch, the bumper, call it good. So the plan for this build is pretty simple. Give it a fresh paint job. I'm thinking matte white. I might change my mind in the next week or two because I can't decide on the color. That's why it took me forever to start working on this, because for the most part this is going to be a really not very complicated build. This is not going to be like my Lexus, but this on the other hand shouldn't take me that long. I'm going to fix up the bumper one of these weekends. I don't really have that much time anymore to work on stuff because life moves on, kids, whatnot, and so hopefully I can get this done in the next month. I'm gonna have 2 phases. I'm gonna do the exterior and give a fresh paint job, put some wheels on it, get it registered, and drive it. Phase 2 is gonna be interior. I really want to do something with interiors. I haven't done much with interiors besides just swapping them out from one color to another. And if we take this beautifully ugly interior, it looks terrible. I'm one of those people, I can't stand an interior like this. First, there's a giant hole here. And it just looks so terrible. Look at it. It's all like... ugh. So, this is going to be phase 2 of the build. First phase, we're just going to do outside. Phase 2, we're going to do fully custom interior. And by fully custom, I'm talking about diamond stitching, black leather, black suede, diamond stitched with white stitching. And also up there have another S500 fully black interior, which I'm going to use some parts of it, some parts I'm not going to use, some parts I'm going to restitch, whatnot, blah 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 blah. So for example, like these panels, I'm going to have to do something about them. I personally never done interiors, so it's going to be an interesting experience. And see if I can do it or not. I mean, worst case scenario, we'll just burn the whole thing and call it good because it's a Mercedes. But with best case scenario, we're going to have a beautiful interior, starlight ceiling, diamond stitched interior, leather, blah, 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 blah. So that is pretty much the plan for this build. Nothing too crazy. Keep it simple. Fresh paint, fresh interior. I already start working on this thing, and so like for example I start sanding all the door jambs. They take forever, and so as you can see, some of it sanded, some of it not, and I gotta disassemble this whole thing. So I'm just gonna take the doors off. Everything else I'm gonna keep on, and doors, hoods, bumper, and trunk, and the side skirts. Basically I'm just disassemble the whole car. But as of right now, the best way to sand this stuff is when it's on the car. Makes it much simpler. The bumper needs to be fixed. This thing has a V8, which is really great with our fuel economy right now. Terrible choice. And the only issue I have with this bumper is this hood doesn't close. We need to shave this off, reshape it a little bit. I don't know why it doesn't close, but I'll probably need a new bumper. New hood. So yeah guys, that is our brand new build. It's gonna be simple, clean, but yet tedious, long, and arthritis. Because when you change a color on a car, it takes so much time, so much effort. sand everything, because we're talking about 600 sandpaper, the whole car. And that's a big ass crocodile to sand. I'm gonna continue sanding everything and update you as I go when it gets to more serious stuff. So stay tuned. We'll be back with the second episode of once we get somewhere far in this build. Other than that, welcome back. I am back finally. It took me forever, but let the builds continue.